We are live with the finals of the final battle. That sounded a little dumber than I thought it was going to be when I said it in my head. It was really cool.
What were
But
you trying to do there?
finals of the final battle, it's not really working out. The point is, we're at the last of the last. We're at the edge. It all
This
comes
is a
down to
best of
this.
three. We still have a. There's two
Well,
games
no,
left.
that's true. No, hold on. I didn't say like this map is it. I just meant this matchup. Come on now.
I follow you now. You laid out that path real well. It's like that Galio spell.
Thank you. Thank you. Trying my best. This is why I don't cast anymore, by the way. Like this is I failed that test. Anyway,
Wow.
it is a best of three, like you said. So maybe we'll see some, change ups a little bit from game one to game two. That's always a fun part, just because there are so many champions to choose from now. It would almost be kind of silly to always only stick to a certain 5 or 6 every
Did you know
time.
that we used to have extra bands? This is more for the chat
Yeah.
and the viewers.
Yeah.
We used to have more bands. We used to use the 6 bands in the client, and then in the pregame lobby, we would pick 2 extra bands per team for a total of 4 extra bands. So we would ban 10 champions total because the map balance used to be way worse than it is. Riot eventually did start doing some map-specific balancing here and there over the years, and things got a little bit better. Some of the really harsh champions, like Kassadin, were adjusted. But before then, we took matters into our own hands and add extra bands, and it worked out really, really well because
It actually
after
did,
that,
yeah.
there was a lot more variance in the picks just to kick out a few more characters. It's pretty interesting time. But here we only have 6 bands. They are Fiora, Varus, Karma, Rammus, Pantheon, and Vayne. I'm really glad to see Fiora get thrown out. Where's the Tom Kench pick gonna be?
Ooh, you're right. Tom Kench finally slipping through. We talked about it earlier. Maybe we'll see that pick. The Karma ban I also really like. We did see the Salt Miners utilizing that super well. And they are on the purple or red side, on the right side of your screens.
Maokai is literally going to be here forever, by the way. He has been all over competition for I don't know how long. He has been like a constant. Other characters have popped in and out, or
Yeah.
were just added way later, like Braum, for example. But Maokai has been, I'd say, one of the most commonly seen tank characters next to something like, I don't know, J4. But we haven't even seen that much J4 today. We've seen more Mao than J4, at least on the stream. There might be more outside of that. But it's just something I thought of right now is Maokai, mostly because of Vengeful Maelstrom, is fantastic.
It's a great skill. I feel like Maokai just kind of got lost on his way to the Shadow Isles. Forgot his mission. Just got stuck in the Crystal Scar, and now he's here forever. He's trying to turn all these rocks into trees. And that is his life. And then now they're going to take all the rocks away. So, sorry. Sorry, bro. Not your place anymore.
We are seeing a Kassadin pick, and Kassadin was once, if you've been checking out the stream in between the games, you might have seen that Kassadin was once so overwhelmingly banned that in the total of the, I don't know, couple thousand games of Dominion that have been played in competition, that he has only made a single-digit number of finals appearances. That's
Ooh.
just, what? He had a
That's
bad
an
time
interesting stat. Yeah.
in Dominion, and then he was changed. They took away his silence, after which he kind of started to make it through a little bit more often.
Yeah.
But his extreme mobility still made him powerful, and he still ate bans, but not nearly to the extent that he was before. There was even talk of, at one point, of permabanning him from the tournament,
Yep.
and that's
I
what
remember
actually
that.
led to the conversation of, well, maybe we should just have extra bans instead of permabanning one champion.
Mm-hmm.
To which we eventually decided, well, what if we banned 10% of all the champions? How many is that? And then at the time it was like 106 champions or something. So we're like, yeah, 10%, that's 10 champions, let's do that.
Yep, but he's back. I mean, I think just because now it's, you get the magic damage shield, but it's not just a shield, and it isn't a silence, it's an interrupt. It's a much more situational pick and situational fighting. But the Maokai goes over to Salt Miners along with Ilaoi, so that's two. I mean, one's more of a tank and one's more of a bruiser, but still some beefy frontliners with two very mobile assassin types to back it up. Now, big question: how is the new Graves on Crystal Scar? Because I can only, well, obviously Graves has been nerfed now, but with all the walls around, I feel like you can just really harass his Q nonstop.
The original incarnation of Graves, compared to this one, even with the recent changes,
Hmm.
good. Graves is a good character. He
Yeah.
used to not really be around very much at all, and I've been seeing him recently. He seems effective. Nothing feels bad about him. You feel like you're gonna 1v1 him, but then you don't a lot of the time. He's a good pick.
Well, there we go. Graves
Also, I
and
want to say
Ezra.
congrats to Zoltra, the person who has picked Brand for their team over on the left side, which is the team stuck in Q.
Q.
Zoltra has just passed her goal of getting 2,000 wins before Dominion closes.
Oh wow.
Got it just last night, I think. I also got past my goal of 900, and I don't know who else has made it to
It's
theirs.
crazy.
I know Feedski has more than I do. I didn't have enough time to take time off work to really farm it out. And then there's people that have even more than that. Some of you may know Zython from Q in Dominion. He likes to play Singed, and I often joked that as long as you can go to League of Legends, see that Dominion is there, and see that Zython's Singed in the bottom lane, then you will know that Dominion still exists. Sometimes he'd play Teemo if someone picked Singed before him. He had a couple other champs he played. And that constant was how I measured, is Dominion dead? And then all of a sudden, there will be no Zython in the bottom lane with Singed. And, oh wow, this is actually real. He has like 4,600 wins or something like that. Someone in a Reddit thread said that the Dominion map, the Crystal Scar, is a canvas, and Singed Poison Trail is his paint.
Oh, Singed. What a champion. As we were
These
chatting, Jana.
comps.
Yeah, Jana also gets locked in. That mobility. Talked about that before.
A
Always
lot of
gonna help.
mobility over there.
Yeah, actually, Kassadin and then Jana helping Maokai really get back into things. Same with Talon. Should be good.
I'm liking the comps between the two teams, and I enjoy Leona. Carillion, who was a player who played on the competitive team Dominionation, helped me understand how that champion works recently, and it's been a good thing to play. Darius over here as well is going to be nice to see. We have an opportunity for a deforestation moment.
Yep.
We haven't had one of those in a really long time. We have a Darius and a Maokai. For those of you who are new to the thing here, Darius' ult, he has a big old axe and he chops things with it. And if he chops down a tree, that's deforestation. And there are two trees in the game. There's Zyra and Maokai. One of them is in this game. We might see some illegal logging here going on.
It might be a sad day. Darius also with a couple changes not too long ago, so allows him to actually be a little bit beefier with the heals off of his Q.
He didn't need that.
He didn't. He really didn't, actually. He really didn't.
It was good. But I think that the reason he was beefy was just because of the way that people tend to build items on him. And when they added this change, that enabled him to actually have a little bit more item variance, I think is really what it is.
That is true. And I mean, the way they changed the Q because it has a delay, I can see how it's fair. It's just, once you get used to it, you act as if there's no delay. You know, you can work around that. But should be fun to watch how it happens, because he shouldn't ever not hit his Q on the Crystal Scar, because you should always be in proximity of someone if you're fighting. Especially on the other side, actually, they're lacking a lot of poke. I don't know if we mentioned that. I mean, sure, you have the Tentacle Smash and the Saplings a little bit, but compared to a Brand Graves, well, okay, obviously Brand might be bot lane, but Graves and Ezreal combined, especially Ezreal alone even, that's a lot of poke.
I'm interested to see how well Merkwoodia handles Leona, because looking at the team over there with the Illaoi and Talon, there's possibility for Zenith Blade to be not what you want.
Yes, 100%.
It's a little scary over there because you always have that impulse. So I'm going to go in on, and then bad things happen to good Leonas. We'll see that going into this game here. This is game number 1 of the finals of the Dominate Dominion League of Legends Dominion, the final battle tournament. And it's very good to be here today. It's nice to enjoy one more best of 3 with you folks in the competitive environment because I've been casting this for a long time. Dominion is the main reason that I played League of Legends, and I was playing it the day it came out, and I'll be playing it the day that it closed, and then after that, who knows what the world will have in store. Holy borders, Batman! Look at that!
Wow, that's pretty.
So many colors. These two teams in this game, the top half, the left side, we have Stuck in Q. Stuck in Q's team is going to be Merkwoodia playing as Leona, Nefidi playing as Darius, Zoltra playing as Ezreal, Monster SS4 playing as Graves, and Black Silo playing as Brand. I am one half of your commentators. I am Gandair, and casting with me is...
Chobra here, ready to introduce the Salt Miners on the other side. They are on the bottom half of your screen on the red team. It will be a Viet dude on Illaoi this time. Bledick featuring Maokai. Phoenix MG playing the Talon. Hixios this time switching over to the Kassadin. And Now You See Me on Janna. So it's interesting to me that Hixios had such a great game on Talon and then this time gave Talon over to Phoenix and went over to Kassadin himself. I wonder if it's just a matter of I actually prefer Kassadin or Phoenix doesn't prefer Kassadin, not sure. But just a little note.
We'll find out. Or maybe they just wanted to pass the Kassadin round. Kassadin is a really good character. I don't think I've ever mentioned it, like, aloud to a group of people, but I won a 1v1 tournament with Talon once. Yeah, it was a 1v1 tourney. There were like something like 140 people that played, and I want to say that I'm really good, but a few of those later wins were just straight up like me going in at like the right time and tower pulses just working out in the timing and things like that. Two of the wins that I had near the end, one of the round of 4, like one of the semifinals games from that best of 3, and then the first one of the finals best of 5 was because the tower hit me before it hit the other guy. And that was the only reason, because it was one of those first blood tourneys.
Yeah.
And this was before Talon lost his silence, and I would just wait until they hit something on the minions and try to get 6 before them by just even a fraction of a second, and then win with Exhaust Ignite. And I just was like, yeah, let's not even get into items. Let's just rely on my base being stronger.
There you
and
go.
It worked. And then I thought about way later on, I think maybe that's why Talon got adjusted months and months later.
Yep, probably. The game has started though. Now, Bledick started with the Glacial Shroud. Brand is up on the top side. Darius on bottom, so Brand will still put out some decent damage, but that's going to be nice against the Graves and Ezreal, especially in an extended poke war like this. With the mana and the armor. Oh, nice timing by Bledick just to pass the torch. Oh, and the Zenith Blade goes in a little too far away from the team, but here is Monster as this 4 gets bursted down by Kassadin and Talon together. Hixios is still alive, Bledick also, but they're all so low. Phoenix trying to put out some damage on the backside. Now, can they jump back in? Shield comes out from Now You See Me.
Anybody here could kill anybody. Ezreal still has mana. He might be able to take that hit. Yes, he can. Leona's health is dangerously cheesy. Janna's trying to finish her off. Brand turns around, wants to put some hurt on. Ooh, Pillar hits 2 people there. Bledick's HP getting dangerously low. More sapling zoning. Oh, that sapling wants Brand. It's not going to connect with him. Kassadin trying to take back the tower. Hart wants to tip it back a little bit more towards his team's side. Merkwoodia goes in, gets the stun on Bledick. Bledick had a little bit of shield going on. Trade Leona for Maokai. That even sees up pretty well. We have Graves back with full health and mana. Kassadin's not 6. He can't Rift Walk out of that, and they are going to gain control of the windmill in the bottom part of the map. Nefidi, going against a Viet dude, has gotten the tower neutral, is duking it out with Alawi, starts to lose, backs off. Viet Dude seems more concerned with getting his tower back than trying to finish off the KB on Darius for now, which may be a wise decision. And they do secure it once again. The windmill in control of Stuck in Q's game. And see Graves here trying to secure the Storm Shield, maybe? Yes, he is going to try to pick that up from his team. His team hanging around to back him up. They want to make sure that they get a hold of that. Passing it to Brand instead. Okay. Brand gets it just before. Good timing. Close. Good. Janna spying for everybody there.
Yeah, now Salt Miners going up the channel, but there are a lot of minions in the way, so Stuck in Q should have time to come back. They should be able to stop the neutral too. Yeah, there's a True Shot Barrage. They still hold on to the windmill. Now, they've cleared out all the minions, so Salt Miners need to find out how they want to jump in. Everyone has their ultimates, but a Storm Shield on the side of Black Salo will make it a little bit scarier. Ooh, a nice catch onto SS4, but there's ultimate coming in from McWurdia. Wudia gets the Scene Blade onto Hixios. Meanwhile, Bledick just gets bursted down with no support from his team. Phoenix a little late to the party. They're trying to burst down the tank to counter out this body count, and they will. Now it's still 3v3. Janna at full health, but a little low on the mana side. The opposite true for Hixios.
Brand has a lot of zoning potential, and will really be a credit to the team as time goes on. Talent wrapping around from one side, Caston on the other. Ezreal Arcane shifts over. They're all pocketed up there behind the windmill. Can they fight their way out of this? Monster SS4 is going to be the first one to go down. Black Silo cannot escape, and Ezreal, having used his Arcane Shift before to get into the position, was not able to get back out of it. Leona is in the center of the map, heading down towards the bottom part of the area here. And there's nothing Leona can do up at the windmill. And if you can't do anything at the windmill, well, you might as well go somewhere where you are effective. In that case, this is going to be the bottom lane. She's waiting here to show herself, does not want to walk out into the vision just yet. But the longer she waits, the less time she has to actually do anything. And it looks like that window having closed goes recalls on the Speed Shrine, so that when she gets back to the summoner platform, she still has the Speed Shrine buff for a few moments as it fades, which helps her get back into the action more quickly. And you see her catching up to her team a little bit there.
Yep, so they're regrouping, trying to set up a fight here for the windmill. Things are still pretty tense and close, neck to neck between the two teams. Salt Miners making sure they constantly have that speed train themselves. There's a Storm Shield on Caston, and they need to watch out. Nice stun out to Phoenix MG, but no follow-up. He actually jumps right back in with his ultimate. He's stealth. He goes through. They pick up a kill and another. Bledick picks up the second one. Mergudia separated, cannot help protect Black Silo, and that's going to be a nice wipe in the 4v4 up top. And Salt Miners now trying to take advantage of this time to take the refinery so that the pressure keeps up away from the windmill.
And being able to press through after that convincing team fight victory there, they are able to get a neutral on the refinery. Brand moves up. Oh no, Janna's looking for that knockback, isn't she? I guess not. I feel like she wanted to kick Brand towards the team, but the team had already started to disengage. Good dodge on the Seer.
Yeah.
Able to step back away. They're going to have to reclaim the refinery. The game tentatively even for the moment here. Janna recalling bottom lane. Darius still doing all right against Alawi. And we see the rest of Stuck in Q grouping up. Could be going for a bottom lane play. Now Maokai showing himself on the window. They know that Maokai is there. At the same time, they also know where he is not, which means Maokai is not anywhere near the bottom lane to try and support whatever activities they decide to get engaged in. And they are deciding to get engaged in the activity that is ganking Alawi. Tentacles getting thrown down, and the three-man gank is not quite enough.
They'll be able to neutralize this point, but they gotta watch out. Talon jumps in, tries to get out of it, but a little too far, gets stunned away from his team and won't be able to get that kill. Monster SS4 shows up with the Storm Shield, putting out damage, but now he's being chased down. Talon used that revive, jumps back in, has the shield from Janna for that extra AD and some protection, and gets a double kill for Viet Dude. Yeah, someone's got to cap that Boneyard. It's still neutral. There we go. Alawi goes back. Meanwhile, Bledick still has kept the windmill under control, but it's running pretty low. You gotta watch out here for which team goes for the gank first. Back down at the quarry. Nafidi comes back out with his teammates behind him. It's a 3v3. Hixios barely jumping out.
And Janna staying around to harass just a teeny bit. Not able to stop it. That quest objective point. Quest objective point in the bottom lane is the most fair place that you can have it occur. Brand was found in a bush and
got caught out.
removed from the bush. No walking on the grass. He did not heed the sign. Top part of the map, Maokai is up there. They seem really disinterested in the idea of fighting Maokai. Seeing a ping, they're going to head in that direction. Pink Leona leading the charge. And Mao? I don't know how long they intend to keep him on the windmill. He served as a really good deterrent so far. And a lot of the action has been them moving down to the bottom part of the map. As long as Maokai holds it, that'll be good. There hasn't been a team fight yet that has really gone wrong because he was not present for it. Everyone's sweeping down in towards the middle. They want to secure the Storm Shield for their team. Be really useful on Talon. Leona dives through, drops the Solar Flare. Maokai picks it up on the opposite side. Janna splits the fight up with the ultimate there. Caston moves in, is not able to kill Graves. Graves able to get the shutdown on Kassadin. Where's Talon going? Who's he going to be looking for? He wants to get Monster SS forward. Good exhaust timing. Buys him a little bit more time to get things done. They are able to kill Talon. And we're using this momentum. Caston comes back. Ezreal's going to need to leave. His health is a little bit too scary to play around with, especially near Caston with Riftlock. Darius coming back. Leona's going to eat it from the Ignite. Caston Riftwalks over. He has an idea that Ezreal could be somewhere, looks around, doesn't see him. Caston can disengage from Darius at any time.
And Janna running low, really scared to help out. Oh, there's ultimate, there's the bleed. Kassadin goes down eventually.
Thought he was going to make it for a moment, but not quite. Riftwalk, I think, was still on cooldown for another second or so there. He didn't quite have it up in time to be able to escape. But the bottom lane has gone in the favor of our other team here, the Salt Miners. Look at that minion just beating up Black Silo down there on the bottom. Minions Dominion will mess you up. Do not underestimate them.
Yeah, they are actually really strong. They don't seem as significant because you see them like all over the map all the time, but they hurt a lot. Ezreal's going to pick up the Storm Shield this time around. I think that's good. Timing already has that Manamune and the Sheen, so just going to really help that power spike come true to life. Sapling will scout 3 people, and Bledik's like, yeah, 3 not so much a big fan of. And, ooh, what's this? Stuck in Q. Possibly just giving up on the windmill as the minions press through and trying to secure the Boneyard. Take some focus off the top side of the map. There's a Solar Flare. It gets the stun, and the Zenith Blade connects. They're going to get constant stuns on their tentacles come down, but Zoltra putting out a lot of damage. Vietdude's still trying to survive, but it is a 4v1. Mergudia is low, gets taken out by Hixios, no problem. Stuck in Q has to focus on the objective here. They came for the Boneyard. They got to take it, otherwise it might be too late, as the rest of the Salt Miners actually cut off reinforcement from Black Salo in mid-map.
We have Leona hanging around the vicinity of the refinery to keep them from being able to push that while the rest of the team plays down there. Kassadin over the wall, goes in for Graves. Graves able to live, put the hurt on him. That nice pull by Darius, moving him away. They're going to chase through. Monster SS4 is doing a pretty good job of staying out of range. Gets the assist in on Mao. They're able to take down Lau as well. And Talon now, coming back from the summoner platform. Are they going to be able to clean this up? Do they have enough Windex to make this window shine? And the answer is yes. Caston coming back for the triple kill. Leona has to pull a 1v3 defense on this point. Even with the Tower, it might be a little bit too early in the game for Leona to soak that damage. Kassadin? Oh, Mercurio wants it!
Out. Oh, man.
Couldn't get it.
Really well played on that one. Tried to channel in the middle so that the tower stopped hitting his teammates at the same time. But they can't get the neutralize, which is fine, because they're still leading 3 caps to 2. I'm not going to lie.
A little bit of imbalance at that point.
Not very sold on the Lowy, my friend.
It has, yeah, Alawi has not had some good showings today. Although, Alawi also has been ganked into oblivion both times we've seen her.
True, true. Alright, I'll concede. We'll maybe have to give him another chance. Uh-oh. Or now you see me. Look at all the pings coming out, but it's too late. Try to use your ult, but more people just keep on coming for the party.
Goodbye, Janna. Top part of the map, they are in vision up at the windmill. Enemy team has The approach going, Caston moves in. Oh man, the cutoff on Ezreal, calculated. And quickly taken down. Graves is able to pop a shot off against Talon and put him in the dirt, but he gets cut off as Janna approaches from the rear. And they executed that so well in their removal of Ezreal. Janna is going to hang out over there. No, she's going to move off to the refinery with Mao. In the bottom part of the map, Mercmudia and Nafidi. They are going to recapture that point, or capture, rather, it. Leona retreating into the path of a tentacle, getting killed by Talon. Nafidi doing a lot of work to try and hold on to it. On the other side of the map, Graves and crew take down Maokai as they push Cassidy away. Do they know that Janna's there? Janna knows that they're there. Creates an opening for Cass to go in on Zultra. Zultra Arcane shifts back out, and whoa!
Nice shot at the very end with the Arcane Shift and the Sheen effect from it. Actually, the Iceborne Gauntlet at this point able to pick up that kill, and they're chasing him back, stuck in Q, starting to mount a comeback if they can. Now they're going to lose a Boneyard, so they got to make a play on the windmill, which they will begin right away. Monsters is for nice zoning, not necessarily going for the kill. They just want to secure the point. You got to keep your eye on the objective and on the win. Monsters is for, in fact, sacrificing a lot of his trade power just to make sure that Now You See Me can't come up to the windmill itself. And Janna, maybe porting back for an item, but decides should stick around, make sure her team is safe. They're going to pick up their Storm Shield. They see the enemy, so that's an advantage they'll have. It's on Kassadin. Couldn't find a better target for that one. Maokai's trying to play the bait here as a tank, which could have worked. Oh, Talon jumps on Monster. Oh!
Ooh, he eats it in the process, though. Over at the Speed Shrine, keeping a lot of crowd control on Kassadin. A big, huge lockdown on him. And now Janna is the target that they want to get rid of. Graves is coming back with a revive. They really want to hold on to this windmill. They have an opportunity to do it here. True Shot Barrage, good chase from Leo. Mercmudia even in position for the resulting flash. And Kassadin comes back. Oh, he doesn't kill Zultra.
Oh, Zultra's alive! Janna is able to pick up that kill.
Janna had to move in to do it. Now Janna's going to get cut off by Graves on the way out. Janna has no choice but to try to kite them away from the point.
Wow, she's making it work, though. She's actually just going to run away. Like, at this point, you can't catch up because of her speed. Never mind. If you have reinforcements, you can. They had to cut her off.
Thanks, Black Silo. I appreciate it. You did it. You did it, friend. And Janna, what Janna was doing there is she was kiting people away. Partially because she had to, but some people would just stand there and die. No, you want to waste as much of the time as possible. If you drag them far enough on the point, it gives your team more time to get into position.
Yep, that is true, and Monster gets caught out once again by Hixios, trying to run away. There is a Solar Flare, but not in time to save, but maybe in time to pick up some kills. There's a double. Zultra going in for the triple. Nice ult timing by Phoenix just to escape. It wasn't for damage, it was just for the stealth. And he makes it out. Now you see me trying to help out with the shield.
Bran with the bush check, just to be sure. Talon with the very long distance fallback. Safety being paramount. Janna being zoned away by Brand. Leona, that's you don't do that on the beach during a hurricane. That's not how that works. Bottom part of the map, taking a look at both of those characters real quick. Things seem even enough down there for the time being. Now, Darius seems like he may be just a little bit ahead, if anything. Both teams now, we have Salt Mines heading up towards the top part of the map and stuck in queue. Look at that. They're weighted. They grouped together. They're moving through the jungle. One person reveals themselves up top. The other one's kind of cut around on the bottom. Leona in particular. They let them move up so that way they get this kind of gank position going for them. Whoa, Kassadin, you lucky person, you. You've made it away. Janna with a sick ult disengages. She's able to stay involved in this fight now. Graves is trying to put the hurt on people, but Leona was just so far away she wasn't really able to contribute a lot of crowd control to things. Blake dives through the point, avoids the tower damage by getting off it as soon as he can, and then Brand goes down. Graves the last one alive. Graves versus the world does not quite have enough health for this. If Talon or Cass get to him, it's over, and there we go.
So close.
They were all together. It was a great opportunity for them to get into a full-on team fight, but Janna really went in for Cass. Cass got out just by inches with the Rift Block, and Janna, with a brilliant disengage, was able to set that fight up in Assault Mines' favor.
Yeah, really well played. And once you pick out Zoltra, sure, Graves does good damage, so does Brand, but Zoltra's kind of been the bane right now for the Salt Miners. What a burst coming in from Hixios. Zoltra has to go all the way back, has to heal before they return. It's not like they're putting pressure anywhere yet, but they are running out of time. 76, 75 points left on their Nexus. So
Maokai once again moving up to check his mail at his house in the top lane at the windmill. Middle of the map. Want to secure the Storm Shield. Oh dear, Phoenix.
Oh, gets caught.
Yo,
Gets stunned.
The flash even. Has to do that to get away.
So that was a decent ult from Now You See Me just to make sure that they could zone and Phoenix couldn't be caught. But that means that that had to be used very defensively of it, and they couldn't turn it around. So the timer is just on the board. 57 points.
Flash stun in. Viet Dude getting beaten up.
That's a lot of damage, though.
That was a lot of tentacles. Holy cow. Look at all the damage that Alawi did to the entire team there.
They're also low.
Scary.
They have to take this point, but they're also low. Caston's coming in. This is just the best day for Caston, and there's one. Should be able to catch up to the next.
Caston.
Oh, man. There's a nice stun onto Bledick, but Hixios wants to make sure that he doesn't jump on Leona unless he can 100% kill her, because she can turn things around with a stun. So nice patience shown.
I just can't believe Alawi did that much to 4 people. That was brutal.
It was really
got
good.
Talon.
Yeah, just saw that fight.
Nice.
Really well done. Was channeling on the tower, and then Phoenix tried to jump on him, but since, again, it isn't a silence anymore, Black Silo just put his skills down in the general area, caught him out, and then got the kill. But that does not mean that he can secure the point. Hixios is now here. That's going to be a 1 burst. Gone. Stuck in queue, running out of time. Got to neutralize a point now or never.
Oh, no. The Zenith Blade didn't land. They got the airborne.
Oh.
I feel as if they may not be able to
it.
do it. Mao and Cass, they need to mount a really solid assault up here before Talon arrives in order to have a good chance. It looks like they're going in on it right now.
All right, well,
Cass
there's
a
10
little late to
seconds.
the party.
They got to get the channel while they get the kills. This is a really big mission for them. 7 points, but there's a Zenith Blade onto Hixios. But Phoenix comes in from the back. Black Silo trying to channel in. Only 2 points, got to be less. Phoenix gets the...
Oh, no. No. What? Damn.
And
oh my gosh. That was in the last, like, 10th of the second. Okay, the game goes on.
All right. The ultimate mission, Mission Impossible. Here we go.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss. Can they bring this back?
Salt Miners they just can't panic right now. Yeah, they just got to go for the picks and go for a very safe point. They can't all try to go for the guerrilla warfare because they could actually just lose out on that. Zoltra getting caught by Bledick. Hixios is here. Zoltra doesn't know, but...
Whoa! That Zenith Blade! You saw the future, Merkmudia!
Oh my, Merkmudia just sticking onto Hixios, gets to defend.
Now Black Silo with a brilliant cutoff.
Oh, wow.
Holy cow. That, Leona's clairvoyant. What happened there? That read was so hard.
That was crazy. Merkmudia could be getting a little too greedy. They gotta watch out. Because everyone's back up now at the Salt Miners. Like, you feel like there's a lot of points left on the enemy Nexus, but you can't take any risks because you have exactly 1 point left.
This team fight could be a deciding factor. If this doesn't go the way that Stuck in Q wants it... Oh, Janna! Janna, you made a mistake! That was the face check from Hades!
Phoenix MG has to use his... Oh, does get slowed. Tries for the prediction on the Zenith Blade, but they still get a lot of damage on him. There's the Iceborne Gauntlet coming into play. Now they can try to siege this. Now You See Me still has 10 seconds left. Phoenix goes down. Bledick now caught between 4. The Storm Shield comes out from Black Silo. They get that pick, and they're going to start the channel. Phoenix is back up, but Arcane Shift in. Iceborne Gauntlet. Blue Ezreal comes out. They get the pick. They get it under neutralized, and this works because they're losing out on the quarry.
Oh, that's the meanest thing to have happen to a Leona is when you get airborne by Janna during the Zenith Blade. Now we have a problem. They need to get that bottom point back, but they can't really afford the resources to doing it. This might be a checkmate situation that they've gotten into.
Black Silo has to do everything he can to hold this off. Leona's already channeling the quarry. Uh-oh. They gotta get that neutralized. Alright, they're safe.
They did it! They did it in time!
They're safe. Oh my god. Oh,
if those had exchanged more than a second apart, it would have ticked. That's absurd. They were on opposite ends of the map.
Alright, but they... Like, that was kind of their one mistake where they had to trade the quarry for the drill. And they made it work, but it was really risky. And they now need to only hold these three. Bledek gets caught out by the Solar Flare. There's the Zenith Blade. Monster comes in, but not enough damage just yet in a 2v1. Hixios is here.
No, Monster, I'm so scared.
On to Maokai. Graves doesn't have any defenses, but there's the shield coming out from the Maw. He tries his best, but he goes down. Mergudia is also going to go down. Does that give them a time? I don't know. Now you see me goes down, actually. They might go for another trade.
Oh, dear.
Gandair,
Brand, you have one job, Brand. Your job is to not die. Can you do it?
I think Brand can do it.
Will you accept the terms of this end-user license agreement?
I mean, they can't leave this boneyard, though, without a guarantee on... Oh, actually, yeah, they can. They didn't lose it yet. I'm losing my mind. It's too crazy. All right, they still have 3-2.
Good guy, Brand, staying up at the top. Oh, whoa, the prediction!
Wow.
On the Kassadin. That's like a third of his health.
Yeah, Hixios now a little scared, because if he can't get the jump first, they're Phoenix, though. They're getting split.
Talon had to blow the ult there.
And the Zonia's also gone from Hixios. Zoltra knows he just needs to play safe. He can't jump into a crazy fight right now. He can't get caught out. Hixios is gonna port back home, actually. Stuck in Q doesn't know this, though. Not yet. But they will see a full health Kassadin showing up very soon. They gotta watch out. 50 points left. Stuck in Q they can't get too greedy. They're about to get cut out.
Oh, right, no.
Back out. Hixios. Oh, Hixios gets greedy himself, actually. Mergudia on the chase.
Oh, the flash! What the hell?
Oh, and have the arcane shift. Oh, but there's another.
Kills Kassadin. What just happened?
He got the Zenith Blade hit as it happened and followed.
The bottom lane. Darius is down there. I don't think they know.
All right.
Wait, Leona had just recalled.
Yep.
And your job is still don't die in the top lane.
This is happening.
Oh my god, Darius.
Can't finish it. Gandair, oh my.
Janna, you nerd. What are you doing? Get away from that.
Janna trying to just now stall for their own sake.
Down.
But they get neutral. Oh, it is neutral. They bought some time.
Where's the drill? The drill! They got the drill, Chobra!
Yeah, but it's not taken yet. It's only Talon coming out. Oh no, Kassadin's with. Or no, it's Mal.
This one's got their. Holy crap! They just got it.
Oh, they're gonna get the refinery.
They can't come back. There's no time.
That's gonna be GG. The 1 point. Oh my. The 1 point comeback.
Wow.
Oh my. What a game. What a comeback.
Did that just happen?
That was like, it was like 200 or right around or even above like slightly above 200 points. And they held on. With 1 point, they couldn't ever lose a cap.
That drill quarry exchange, if that timing was any different.
Holy.
This is why I cast Dominion, folks.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Well, we did say it was the finals, so that was a worthy game 1. And it is also a best of 3.
Who was it in the chat? Was it Wolfer? Was it Wolfer that said, guys, are we really going to let Kassadin win in the last tournament? The answer is no. No, we're not.
Wow. Cassidy even all right. Hixios went 23, 12, and 17. Hixios did his job, but it just wasn't enough. I mean, in all honesty, Mercwoodia like saving Zultra nonstop so that the damage never stopped. Black Silo and Nafidi really holding their ground and really well played by Stuck in Q. I mean, that's all you can say. When you pull that off, it's a team effort. No matter who makes the super plays, like you can't stay at one hit point for that long.
Leona did 30k, 33k damage in that. That's pretty solid for a tanky champion, quote unquote tanky champion. And
That
like you said about Graves, Graves good. Graves good. I'm a caveman now. Graves good. Leona good. Rand good. Caston not allowed. No, don't win Cassidon. Can't. The Leona thing. The Leona thing on the bottom right between the two bottom towers on Salt Mines' side, where she followed the Rift Walk with the Zenith Blade. It was a flash into Zenith Blade range, follow the Rift Walk through, stun him on the other side, kill him with an auto attack. That really happened.
oh man, and the top side when she predicted the Rift Walk and saved Ezreal, like Ezreal was donezo. There was no escape.
I'm really
That's
glad to say that that is one of the best games of Dominion I have ever seen.
that was nuts. I
Wow.
can't imagine how they felt, but it is
Did you know
time.
there's another game after this,
Yeah,
guys?
I mean
Folks, there is
potentially
another
two more.
game. There are
This
potentially
is
two more.
exciting.
This is a best of three. That field win only game one.